So in this question, we're asked to find the size of the angle x for the triangle below in degrees. So it's very important we know which measurement to use, and it's going to be degrees in this case. And the angle x is going to be in here, and so we're going to be basically using our trig identities to figure out what the value of this angle is. And so the way I always remember the trig identities is to use this word SOHCAHTOA, where we have the sine being the opposite over the hypotenuse, cos being adjacent over hypotenuse, and then tan being the opposite over the adjacent. And so we're basically going to be looking at which values we have here. And I always think it's easiest to start with the hypotenuse, which is opposite our right angle, and it's the longest side. And we can see that we don't actually have the value of the longest side over here. So this is basically an unknown quantity at the moment. We could also find that using Pythagoras' theorem, but I think it's more straightforward to just stick to the size we actually have here. And so if we look at what is opposite our angle, so if we look across from our angle, we see that the opposite side is going to be 8, so we can use that, and then the adjacent side, which is on the bottom here, is going to be 20. And so in this case, what we're going to be using is tan, so we're going to be using the opposite over the adjacent. And so what we basically know is that tan of x, so x is the angle in question here, which once again we're going to be finding. So the tan of x is going to be equal to the opposite, which is 8, over the adjacent, which is 20. And so what this means is that we can actually invert the function. And so what that means is just to bring the function over to the right hand side. And so that's going to look like this. So we're going to have x is equal to the tan inverse of 8 over 20. So whenever you have tan of x is equal to a certain number, the tan inverse is going to be equal to the actual quantity inside the tan function. So this is going to be something that you need to kind of get used to, is inverting the function to find the value of an angle rather than finding the value of a side. But in any case, now we can just plug this into the calculator to find the value of the angle x. And the value of that angle is going to be 21.8 degrees. So once again, just making sure to give our answer in degrees here, because that's what is stated in the question. But that is going to be it for this video.